If you're entering into a personal year one in 2026, Spirit has a message for you. This is the beginning of a brand new 9 year cycle. So listen closely. This is going to be about new cycles, self focus, and major new beginnings. So, what I'm going to do for you today is I am pulling 3 cards with one clarifier, and we're looking at number one, the theme of your 2026. This message will represent the core energy of 2026 for you. Number two, what you're leaving behind. What you're leaving behind. By the way, I did bring out the magician, because just consider yourself the magician in 2026. And then the third, what is beginning for you? So the fresh start for you in 2026, what will it be? And I have a feeling it'll be many things, but we're looking at like the core message that your guides want you to know. So, I'm going to use the crystal vision and the tarot dreams. I'm going to go ahead and bring the lid down. Again, I have the magician out representing you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give the the tarot dreams one shuffle. They're all pre-shuffled, by the way. And a cut. And then we'll start answering those questions. And let's go ahead and just get the crystal vision ready and shuffle and a cut. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is your theme for 2026. The core energy of your 2026. Let's put the crystal vision right there. So let's go ahead and begin. The theme for you, the Queen of Wands. Well, action, inspiration. This is someone who follows her guidance. Like if she feels called to something, she moves. This is someone who takes action first and thinks about it later. Doesn't mean that she's doing it like nilly-willy. It's just she knows what she's being called to. And if there's any type of creative projects, anything you're passionate about, this would be the queen you'd want to see. And I'm not thinking about signs here, just the energy. So this is a great omen, I feel, because this is someone who chases their dreams, no excuse for it, and usually comes out the winner. So the more that you put fear behind you, follow that instinct, because that's the thing about the queen. Her passion is usually ignited first, and then fear doesn't stop her from moving towards that. So it's like a shiny new object. I'm going to move towards it. Now, that doesn't mean that she finds that shiny new object and it turns out to be maybe something not so great. She would know it because she also trusts her intuition. So I feel like personal year one, you're in the year of the magician, and you are the magician. And this is about your power, your passion, and what you want to create. Let's take crystal vision above it. 5 of Wands. So don't get pulled into anyone's drama. 5, change. That would be the only thing. I feel like what this is saying is trust your own direction. Trust what you're feeling. Don't worry about what anybody else is saying, thinking, or if someone's saying, like, you may receive this epiphany out of nowhere. I have a feeling you're going to, because Spirit's putting that in my mind. And other people may look at it like, what is she thinking or what is he thinking? But you'll feel it. Like you'll feel it in your soul. So I feel like what this is saying, there may be some, what's the word? There may be those who may try to get in your way, but I would walk right over it, walk right through it, like no excuses. It feels very, very powerful and just as it's meant to be, just as it's meant to be. So, no drama. Don't let anybody pull you into anything. Um, Put yourself first because remember, this year is about self focus. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. You have a right to create the life you want. This queen knows that, and she is representation of you. So I like that a lot. All right. So what are you leaving behind? Hmm. Interesting. The Knight of Wands. Oh my. And the Two of Cups. Some of you are leaving love behind. Interesting. You know what I feel like? I feel like some of you, this is talking about any love or a situation that maybe was meant to be love. Okay, so here's a message I'm getting. You're not waiting for anyone to let you know whether they're interested in you or not. You're either interested or you're not. And I feel like that's what you're saying here. I do feel like there could be someone that you have passion for, and you may simply state that this is it. Like this is it. And for some of you, I feel like what you're leaving behind is a karmic soulmate. And because of that, I want you to realize that there's things that you've learned, there's karma that you've paid off. And that makes sense with you being in a personal year one. Like usually within the personal year nine, you start to realize like what's got to go, what's not serving my purpose. So I feel like for some of you, this is about a karmic relationship that honestly doesn't feel like, I feel like there was passion, but I don't feel like it really took off. It just turned into, I feel like that's what the Five of Wands is here also. So, it's interesting. It is a soulmate. And I know some are going to be like, well, how do I let a soulmate go? This doesn't feel like a true love soulmate. This feels like a karmic soulmate. So I feel like this is saying to you, what have you learned? And I feel like one of the things you learned is if there's drama, I'm separating myself from it. Now, I do feel like also that someone else is going to come in. So I feel like it's interesting because I feel if I realize that someone was karmic, and that means there was a lot of resistance, right? Because karmic were either the teacher or the student. Kind of feel like you were the student because I feel like the lesson was self worth. The lesson was not to put your dreams on the back burner due to someone else. And I am getting the message that someone else will come in that will be a romantic soulmate, but I feel very gentle. So I feel a big difference between the two. Okay, so what is beginning for you in 2026? Wow. Hello, Nine of Pentacles. Hello, successful self employment. This is why this queen is not meant to be weighed down by other people's, drama and other people's um, words that talk about lack or not worthy or what have you. Just it's all bullshit. Don't buy it. This is telling you that you can create true success for yourself. And I know many of you are starting a business. So, what a great omen. And to be starting a business in a universal year one plus a personal year one, like hang on to your hat. I feel like, the Nine of Pentacles talks about reaping the benefits of your hard work. And I feel like what your work is about is a passion that you already have. And some of you are just beginning. Some of you already have a business, but this may talk about like how it's going to grow and flourish. Remember, this is success. And not only success, but you are the one who reaps the benefits of it because it's your hard work. So how beautiful. It's almost like this queen is saying, I don't have time for this type of love. I have ideas. I have things that I want to accomplish. I have dreams. And your spiritual team is supporting you 100%. Like success. Now, let's say it's not a business that you want to start. Well, then it's just talking about your money. You may receive like one hell of a promotion. Um, like I see you, like raising levels, but levels that bring you, let's say the money attached to it. It's not like you're getting a dollar raise. I feel like you're getting bonuses. You're getting you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what you deserve. So, and if you remember the Nine of Pentacles, it is like our hard work. But this is telling me the passion that you have, it makes it where it doesn't feel so hard. And you reaping the benefits. I love that. Oh my gosh. You know, Personal year one, your creativity is the name of the game. This is such a creative energy. And this is a reminder to be yourself, to be your authentic self, to create through your authentic self. And by the way, this person in the background, have a feeling this is who your spirit guides were talking about. Someone special, just kind of noticing you, noticing all, you know. It's interesting because let's just say I feel like this is the soulmate the spirit was talking about. And it's interesting because it's at a 3 and it's above the 9. So let's say this could be around March. But here's the main message, though, I feel. Yes, some of you are letting go of love, but you know it's time. And that's the thing. You know it's time. Um, but that doesn't mean you won't have love again. That's what you have to keep in your mind. But I feel like this, at least the first couple months, are meant for you to focus more on your money, your creative house, and not being afraid to be your authentic self as you're creating. Do it in your style. Because I just feel like someone's going to take notice. Well, I know people are going to take notice. But I mean someone special, like potentially your new love. And what I love in the Three of Pentacles, as I talk about love, each one is truly meant to be in their own authentic skin. So, what I mean by that is there's no mask, there's no facades. I am who I am, and that is exactly why they love you, and they are who they are, and that's why you love them or will love them. And I feel like this is someone who's going to have a lot of self respect. Not a lot of self respect, but a lot of respect for you and in what you're accomplishing. They may also have very similar goals or do something very similar. So, wow. Um, you know, I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking there's nothing that feels like a lesson, nothing that feels heavy. It all feels like about you creating, yes, maybe someone, but when I say someone, it's very clear to me because this is someone who doesn't really support your goals anyways. Or you say, I'm thinking about doing this, and then they find 20 wrong things about it. That's the type of energy. Where here, I feel like whoever you're meeting totally understands you, totally understands what you're doing, and again, may do something similar. So I feel like 2026 is your year of success, no doubt. And I do feel like you're going to fall in love. And something is telling me, I usually don't give like time periods, but that three is like flashing in front of my eyes, like three, like March, March, March. So let's just say spring. The sun is shining. It's a good day. I feel like your attention isn't even on love. You're doing your thing. And I feel like this comes about as a surprise. Well, that's usually how love does come about. Kind of like the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Cups, I'm sorry, that unexpected couple fulfillment. And how beautiful you are in this very, what I love about the Nine of Pentacles is this independent energy. I don't need someone else to come in and take care of me financially. And I feel you are going to feel very proud of that. And some of you already are. And because you are in this independent state, now having love, where I don't need you for anything other than love. So, what I'm trying to say is, I feel like there won't be any obstacles. I feel like it'll just flow. And I love the state that you're going to be in. And I love the success that's showing for you. I really would expect nothing less, but how beautiful. So, personal year one. And this could even go for a life path one. Um, I would say get excited. Get excited. Um, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And I feel like a lot of things are coming to, like, I feel like you start to see the fruits of your labors by March. I feel like you fall in love by March, if you choose. Or I shouldn't say fall in love. I feel like you're going to meet someone special. And I feel like the ticket is you're going to realize how much you have alike. Where over here, I feel like it was very clear in how different we were. Not here. Not here. So, personal year one, get excited. You are the magician. And remember what the magician teaches us. We have all the tools on the table to do and be anything we want to be. Don't let anything get in your way. This one, it's you, it's self. And this year is giving you permission to think about yourself. create, and to love. But I feel for some of you, it's like, if I fall in love, I fall in love. And I like that because I really feel like this year is really meant to build up, your finances, your career, your creativity. It's like I feel like you're going to get sparks of inspiration often, often. So, the clearer your intuition, and what a perfect representation of that through the Queen of Wands. Again, someone who moves towards her passions and thinks about it later. And that could have been what happened up here too, right? I felt passionate about that person, but then it just turned into a lot of fighting and screaming and yelling and, well, not over here. This feels calm, peaceful, abundant. And I'm going to let that be. I am going to do a podcast that's going to break down exactly what each number means for the year 2026. But I wanted to do some videos first because I feel like I've been doing a lot of podcasts and I wanted to do an actual video. Boy, am I glad I did. I am glad I did. So, this is a year where I feel like nothing gets in your way. So, don't get in your own way. Follow those passions, and I feel like the rest will just open up for you. Powerful, powerful year. I love you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.